Hi, it's David here with Futures Trading. I'm gonna try my best to make this video less than 10 minutes for you guys on TikTok, but if not, in order to see the entirety, definitely come over to YouTube to take a look. And I'll have the link, of course, beside the video for you. Now, I want to welcome my subscribers. That's first and foremost. I want to welcome you guys for coming on board, and well as my followers on TikTok. I want to make sure that I do that. And I want to say, yes, I am going to still be taking my break, but I want to reduce my time of interaction here by just uploading maybe just 2 or maybe 3 videos a week, so that way the participation can definitely come on board, but at the same time, give you time enough to comb through the content. So I want to welcome my newest subscribers. I did not want the weekend to end without me taking the time to do that because I appreciate you stopping by. I want to show my sincerest gratitude for you doing that. So having done so, Big Hal Soulfly, thank you so much for stopping by. Doc Chapman, thank you so much for coming on board, as well as all my other new subscribers there. Payment, thank you so much. Payment, I'm sorry, I hope you're not embarrassed, but Payment was actually one of the first ones that took the training here since me being back on here in May. So he was one of the first ones, and I'm glad that you find the videos insightful as well as the training. Thank you so much. I know you expressed that to me, and I'm so glad that you are enjoying the interaction that we have. So want to say thank you to him. And then also JB Trader 78.6. Thank you so much for coming on board, my friend. Thank you so much. Now, just to make it simple for you, if you're viewing the information for the first time or you're new to the channel, I want to make it simple for you. The must watch list is just the core content. So everything that I've pretty much been doing here, uh, this should kind of sum it up in some regard. I put the videos that's most watched in here up to date for right now. Trading ranges and static levels chart scale. I gave you 3 different approaches to look at a chart and how to kind of catch turns in the market, and we'll take a look at some of that. And this is that chart scale method with me going into there on the NQ. We're going to look at that. But here's the trend. So I gave you the trend in 8 minutes, 18 minutes here, 26, and then 12. I tried to give you the no touch price action method. That's about 40 minutes in total. Universal price action method as well as trend. I tried to give you the trend and the method of how to look at any chart, any market, any time frame. Really important that you stabilize your trading. I do not sensationalize trading at all. You will find that it's monotonous and boring at times because you're implementing the same information. So anyone that's doing that, I can assure you they're not professionally trading. All right. So professional traders know that it's the same information. They know that. And I know it too, because I'm self-taught and I've been sitting here for years and spending a lot of money to know that information. Now, if you want to look at the trading guide, you're more than welcome. Some of this information will be on the chart too, some of the other price action methods. If you want to look at that choppy market, you're more than welcome. I actually did a fractal alignment here with the hourly and the ranges and picked apart a bunch of chop, and people, of course, viewed it and liked it. So if you want to take a look at that, you're more than welcome. Top-down analysis. So here, I try to explain to you how the higher time frame is not exactly the way to go about the markets, to look at a higher time frame and just step in front of it on a lower time frame. We'll take a look at that. Now, live trades, I gave you a versatile way of looking at it via my live account here. Again, using one contract because I'm trying to get the new trader to understand it's not all about making money. To be a professional trader, you wouldn't go at it that way. You wouldn't. It's a broader feel to that. It's like it's not just about making the money. It's bigger than that, and I can prove it. It's definitely bigger than that. Now, the universal price action trend, we're going to definitely look at that. How to trade momentum. I gave you some of that information there. How to get in trades and out of trades fast. I know people like that a lot more than the versatility here because I'm covering whole trends here and just holding it. Kind of what I did here and got 1,000 ticks. So the fast entries, yes. Once I pulled the trigger, I'm in the trade, profiting. No sooner I got out of it, immediately it would have ran against me. There's information that's going on with the movement there that I can't even disclose to you, and so you're missing pieces of what it is to be a professional trader. But if you can gather just some of what I did there via the visual side, then hopefully it'll help you. But there's information clearly that you're not going to be aware of unless you're formally trained. Now, top-down analysis, again, 1,000 ticks there. You can see me do that. Kind of started with showing you that there because I had a doctor's appointment, came back. And then, of course, when I got back from the appointment, they were further down the board. I passed proper counts in 23 minutes. Did a couple of proper counts in here, PA accounts. That's my PA account I'm showing you there. This is my business account here. If you're new and you don't know what's going on, stay in your trade psychology. We're going to just touch on that just a little bit. Aspects of becoming a full-time professional trader. If you want to be a full-time professional trader, you're going to want to know some other stuff. and not just to make money. I know you guys really like this one here. Thank you for all the views and the likes. Thank you. I'm surprised that you would even take interest in that information there. But yes, I can point out to you even just a couple more things to let you know the difference between a professional and someone that's not. This me just highlighting my services to you again because I was already being reached out to via on YouTube, and I didn't want to, of course, exclude anyone that may need a bit more than what's here. And trust me, you would need more than what I'm showing you, but it's enough to stabilize your trading. I can guarantee you that. Now, so I just did a timeline of the information of how I approach markets, and I kind of left out a lot of stuff, but still it's enough there for you to get an idea. Okay. And this information that I'm showing you here with the universal trend and universal price action method is enough. It's a foundation for you to, of course, get what you need out the market because that's the goal is to get you profitable immediately. Now, I want you to do me a favor. Make sure you share this information because that's what the channel is all about now that you've joined. Do not be selfish and just take. Let's do reciprocity and make sure that we push the information a bit further. Now, I'm a self-taught trader. I'm a high school dropout, so I love to read dictionary and I play speed chess. Now, there's a couple words that I've been introducing along the way, and we'll touch on just a couple of them. Confidence. I need you to trust what it is that I'm telling you. This is a place that's safe. So I'm not, of course, going to tell you anything that you won't see on the chart. You're going to be able to see it, and you'll be able to see it immediately. Because remember, I told you it's monotonous. It's a repetitive situation that it keeps happening over and over and over again. So your trust is important. You don't want to become arrogant. That's the contrast to it. And at that point, you will be disregarding the potential for failure. All right. So you're going to want to make sure you don't have excessive belief in something. You're lacking evidence, with it lacking evidence and reason. So you're going to want to make sure that you have a reason to do so. If you're going to trade the trend, this is something I want you to make sure that you pay attention to. You can read the definition all in this entirety. But I want to let you know this is really important to from, through, and into. That's important for you to understand the linear aspect of trading a trend. Really, really important. Now, being a professional, this is something I want you to definitely embrace. And this is why I'm asking you to like the video. A professional association is a group that usually seeks to further a particular profession that the interests of individuals and organizations engaged in that profession. All right. So want to make sure that we support one another. But here's the thing I really want you to pay attention to, and that's the particular knowledge. So I have a particular knowledge. Now, particular is just distinct synonym for it, recognizably different in the nature from something else of a similar type. So I'm a professional. And what proves it is this. There's a specific role. All right. So there's a specific role. All right. So specific is clearly defined or identified. So you can identify that I'm a professional by the way I go about trading markets. And so all the little small Discord groups or YouTube personalities or whatever, they're regurgitating information they probably learned from somewhere else, putting just a small spin on it and then trying to make it their own. Remember, this is what this video is all about. You can go watch all the aspects that I touched on. There's other aspects of a person that's not a professional. I want to make sure that you understand that I am one, and you can read this and understand because there's, of course, there's code. There's a code that goes into this. There's a code of morals and ethics and all of that. See, here's your codes, your strict codes of conducts, and we there's a moral obligation that we have in an ethical way of approaching being a professional. And I try to include all of that in what it is that I do. So important that you adhere to some of that stuff. People that's trying to teach people not always honest because they're lying to themselves first and foremost. So how you gonna give somebody something you ain't got? So if you're a liar or lying to yourself on the inside, how you gonna offer somebody honesty? That's essentially you withholding truth. So really simple stuff. Now here's another word for you, and then we're going to move on. Now, majority, the numbers don't add up. I want to let you know that the numbers don't add up is more than half of the total. Now, if the mass majority of people fail at trading, how is it there's so many teachers? Where's the pupils? The mass majority is more than half. That's what the definition says. I love the dictionary, and here you go. It's not me saying it's the dictionary. It's more than half of the total. So anything above half is majority. But if the majority of people fail at trading, why are they trying to teach it? Now, here's the thing that's going to distinguish that. Someone who teaches or gives help and advice. Now, here's the interesting thing. I'm going to say it just like this. If your advice cancel out the help where I'm not getting the help that I need because of your advice. In other words, I'm not seeing any kind of difference about going about in my trading. How is it they're going now? Remember, and is a conjunction and pulls both words together. Someone who teaches gives it or gives advice and help. So they both together. So how is it that you administer advice, but yet it's canceling out my help? I'm not feeling help once I learn or hear something come out your mouth. So that's not professionals. Professionals don't do that. When you interact with a professional, I hope you can see the difference that when you interact with a professional, automatically there's a distinct difference in what it is that they're going to tell you and the results that you should get. Just wanted to express that. Now the numbers don't make sense. Now, here's the chart. We're going to definitely look at the chart real quick here. All right, so we've kind of been, of course, covering this information over here, but we started this over here. You know, when this bar was pushing down, there's the line that I put there and told you that price over the point. It rotated down. Here's the trend. There's the trend distance. They're always going to tell you how much you're going to make inside that trend. So this is your income right here. Once you learn this, it's not subject to any kind of trend lines. It's not subject to some kind of structure break. It's not really that. It has nothing to do with chalk and all of those stuff. I don't know what that is. It ain't professional trading. It's numbers, because from here to here is a trend on the tick chart. So it's a trend. Trend is not subject to moving averages and time frames. It is numbers. I will say that it is numbers, and oftentimes they're going to tell you how much you're going to make if they can make the trend. Because for something to become trending, you have to have a trend first, and a trend isn't subjective. Remember, it's all about distinct. It's all about specific. You know, there's a criteria to a trend. And so a trend is not based on moving averages, nor trend lines, nor chalks and all. It's not based on any of that. So price was here, went up to that price, then turned around, didn't make the trend. It was 6 bar, turned around, went back up. Now you can go back and listen to everything I said in all of those videos here. And I just tried to outline that on the chart. Now, if you're new to the channel, I put this marker here for this trend down when price was, of course, pushing up. And that was in this video here, Pioneer, the Pioneer professional of the chart scale. First person you'll ever see use chart scale to gauge markets. And I mean gauging. There's another way to gauge the price scale. There's another way. I just ain't going to release it, but there's another way. And so here, price was here. And of course, I put that line there giving you the trend distance because they locked in the trend here. Okay, so they made the trend. That's the trend distance. And they've been making the trend distance on the way, on the way. Now, off the bottom here, because over here, you know, I hope you saw that. They had the mid here and they was testing it. Now, let's go take a look at this here. They got a mid here and they tested it and they pushed up and there's your trend. Now, here's the trend distance because they made the trend. I'll give you the measurement here. Okay, so you can go right to the green bar here. That's the trend. Here's the trend distance. I kind of put you some statics here. Yes, they went outside this one. Typically, they'll go to the next one. But remember, this is the daily static zone. And so you just chop that zone up again. I'm drawing up the charts, trying to help you guys. All right, so here's the statics from below. Zone 1, okay, 85 to 95. Zone 2, 95 to 05. All right, so we just want to let you know that. Now, let's take a look at the 1 minute. All right, so here's the 1 minute. And we're going to put this on. Actually, this is the daily. That's that daily zone. I'm sorry. Let me get the 1 minute. Wrong chart. So hold on. Here's the 1 minute. I tried to go ahead and draw on this chart. I tried to go ahead and do it so that way I don't take up your time. It's really just this scenario, but we're going to look back and then we're going to come back to this. All right. So we're going to look back a little bit. I already tried to put a few trends up here so you can kind of get the idea. I did it with the hourly, so I figured I'd do it with this one too. 9:30. Then you had a trend here. So clearly you had a trend. All right. You can see where the arrow stopped. You had a trend right about here that was set. All right. So when they pull back and you can go ahead and go from right here. I know they went down a little bit more and then turned around, but give or take, here you go. Almost there. And then they turned around. It's a behavior to it. So they're telling you how much you're going to make. All right. So I just want you to know that from the top. I know you probably said, well, you know, they failed already. They might turn back around. And no, they went to trend distance again. All right. So I just want you to know that. Then they turned around. Now here's the trend from this side. All right. So, and then sometimes they give you the trend more than once. All right. So that's them doing it. They made the trend distance. You can see where the arrow stopped, and then that's them doing it. And they gave the trend distance, and that's them doing it. And they lean back and they lean back. And of course, there you have it. Now, let's take a look at that price pattern. And it's really just this. All right. So the mid here is falling below this low, and this low is above that mid. However, which way you understand it, this bar's mid is above this bar's high, and this bar's high is below this bar's mid. I'm explaining to you the market within minutes. I want to make sure that you understand this. You can get tricked by a whole lot of stuff online, but what I want to do is make sure I'm responsible for what I'm telling you, and that's why my contact information is below every video. It's really simple. So you count the trend. We got the trend set. All right, so we got 7 bars, and then we, of course, give you the trend distance. Give you the trend distance. However, they overshot and then came back and gave it to you. Now, are we get ready to do it again? Now, remember what I told you. Okay, remember what I told you. If the low if the mid fall beneath that low, that's the hard stop. This the no close bar. You don't need 3 bars. You just need 2. And really, if you trade, if you know how to trade professionally, you can actually just use 1. And that's something that I teach, advanced techniques on how to enter markets very fast. All right, not slow but fast. It's really important that you get in these moves when you know they're going to work. So, but they're not giving it to you right now. Hopefully they will, and then that way I can put it into the section here, and you can go back and rewatch this information. I'm gonna put it in the trend, and I'm gonna put it in the price action method. I'm gonna put it in both of these categories here, so you can go back and watch it. All right, really, really important that you get it. It's even going to be here. I believe I'm gonna add it to here because this aspects to this. Remember, we just talked about majority. Like, hey, is more than half of the total. It's more than half the total. All right, so more than half the total trying to teach this stuff. Who's the mentor? The numbers don't add up. Okay. Now, if the advice is to help you, then why aren't you getting the help that you need? Again, I'm a high school dropout, but I love to read dictionary. Why? Because people will tell you stuff, but it's their character that you need to watch out for. They'll tell you stuff, but is what they saying actually in line with who they really are? And so if they're willing to tell you stuff, but they themselves don't even understand what it is that they're teaching you without something added, like some people can't tell you price movement without throwing some kind of indicator on the chart. I'm not that guy. I can read it to you by itself, and in a way that it's going to happen on every market. The mid is about to fall beneath that low. This bar should turn red, hard stop here, no close here. Only if it can do it. It may not do it. Let's see if they're going to struggle with that mid. I think they'll blow this turn, but let's see. I absolutely think they'll blow it. I know they keep closing at the mid. Let's see if they'll blow it. I think they'll blow it. Let's see. Let's see what the response will be. I'm trying to level that out. I got this thing where it has to be perfect. That's another. It's another flaw of mine. I have this. Yeah, there we go. All right, so right at it. It's right at it. So I don't know. Maybe they'll try to hold it. They're at the top of this range. We definitely gonna need more bars than what they got going on though, in order to get this to be a trend. We got one. Maybe they'll give us a trend while we're sitting here. Two, three. So we got three. All right, so this is that scenario. A hard stop should be here. This will be a no close. This will be a no close. Hard stop here. No close back beneath here. So let's see if they'll close it to the upside here. You don't have to wait until the bar closes. You don't have to wait. Now, again, I'm not telling you to counter trend. Absolutely not. You will want to go with them. But if they're trying to reverse, this will be one of the requirements. The other one would be the second bars open. So to open up the second bar, they shouldn't close beneath it. Okay. If it's a really great reversal, it won't have that quality. It won't close beneath it. But oftentimes they can, but you better make sure they don't close beneath the mid of the reversal bar itself. And so here come the color and the hard stop because the bar timer is about to tick out. We don't want to make this video excessively long, but I want to give you some information because it's all about the repetitive price, the repetitive price movement. All right. All right. So there's the color. There's the hard stop. No close back beneath this price level here. So we're going with that no close. All right. Remember, no close here. All right. No close. That's kind of this diagram. You don't want them to close back beneath here. Don't want them to close back above there, and it should go. It should go. So let's see what happens. I know they're coming back up here, and this is a no close level here. Okay, so the high here, 555, 555, 56 and a quarter. So 15, yeah, so 15, 5, 55, 6 and a quarter. So there's the no close. Here comes the response. All things being considered, you're in a downtrend. I told you that. You don't want to always try to do counter trends. I know people love to do that. That's not something I advocate. The channel is all about trend trading, all about it. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. We'll hold you for maybe another 7 minutes just to give of course, give us a little bit of time here so you can kind of see it in real time. I want you to see it in real time. It's all about real time. You want to go with the trend as much as possible. Now, of course, at some point the trend ends. I can't sit here and tell you that it don't. It do. It absolutely do. So that was our trend distance. Okay. Remember, 7 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They all have to close lower. They have to close lower than the prior one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 6. You ignore the ones in the middle. There's 7. All right. So that's 7. So that means they can go the distance of the 7. Now they came back and overshot it there. They overshot it there. All right. And then there's the distance. So they're due for a small lift. They are. Now, they already made the distance off of this move here. Now I drew this here, because this is a pivot. Now, I told you on the channel here, you can find some more information. All right. Then this is all about the consecutive closing. Let me find that for you. So this is the trading guide section, consecutive closing. So consecutive close, and again, I read this thing in real time too, reading that information. So important stuff, pivot or per bar. Okay, this is a pivot. They didn't give you two closes. All right, so really important stuff. This was just a no close bar here. Let me move that no close bar. Stalled out it for a bit, and now they're taking off to the downside. Now, let's see what they're doing. Again, they're at the no close bar here, and you still got your mid. So this area is important just as much as this information is up here. And again, you'll know before the market even moves what's important. So you don't need a bunch of order flow stuff. It's not to say you can't use that stuff. I just know that that stuff is lagged just as much as the indicators in this indicator list is lagged. I create indicators too. I do, but they're price action based. It's almost like having me on your chart. That's all. That's all my indicators do. It's like putting signals on your chart based on what I teach you and what I know. And so it's not really the indicators that makes it work. It's understanding what it's doing. That's all. And so order flow stuff is lag too, because all they're doing is grabbing the three data points from the market and then trying to give you some bubble based on what it is. But chronological significance is 1, 2, 3. And I tried to go over that in this video, three main rows. So chronological significance states that there's an order to how things are formed. So if the professionals, the hedge funds, the institutions, the banks, the global entities are placing orders, and then the exchange get the information, and then from the exchange, this service say, hey, let me get that data so I can give these people a bubble. They're not first, they're second, but then they'll tell you that your stuff is lagging. It's not how it works. Their stuff lagging too. I just have to say that their stuff lagging too. Here's how you get in front of it. Understand what algos are doing. They're using numbers. That's all, using numbers. And so that's why I gave you those three ways to read turning points in the market. Three ways to read it. And so it's important because all you got is numbers on your chart. I will say, and I'll say it in all my videos almost, and well, just about, this is the invaluable. This the invaluable, and they're going to protect this at all costs because that deals with your timing. This is a thing that they want to mess you up on. This right here. It's not so much this. This, if you got enough money, this is not a problem. And that's why, it's different approaches to trading. That's why you'll see me in some of those the business account videos. I'll cover a whole trend because it's not about the money. If you know the direction, it has nothing to do with that, really. If you learn what the timing is, it's a certain amount of time they need to spend in a direction, and that's all. It's a certain amount of time, that they can spend in a direction before it becomes another kind of situation. That's all, because it's all about numbers. 1, 2, 3. There's 4. Okay. And it's a behavior to all of this stuff. That's all. It's a behavior 4, 5, 6. All right. So I'm gonna try to give you a projected trend distance should they want to try to make that work. So it'll be something to this nature. It should be something to this nature. And so that would put them up here in this area here. I'm trying to project. That's what I did with several of I'm not even gonna go and pull them up, but I did it with the stocks and the forex pairs. You can go back and watch some of the videos on most recent ones on. I'll point to it. I'll just point to it so you can go back and watch if you want to see how I did that, because that's using that chart scale method. That's in this video here. I go back and outline to you how I was able to project trends and all of that before they was even done. Before they was there. All right, I'll show you how to do that. It's simple. It's not that hard. You just got to be able to count. All right, so now we got us another one. This would be 5. You just need 7. All right, so hopefully, again, this is advantageous for you to learn, and you find the information informative. If you do, please, again, hit the like button. I can't stress that to you enough. This is a community. I'm trying to make sure I share content. That's what's kind of making me say, hey, I'm gonna limit my interactions up here because I don't mind having 5 people that's going to like the videos. I don't mind. I don't want a lot of subscribers or followers. I want people that have the same goal as me, and that's to help others. That's all. That's what I'm into. I just want that. I want that around me. I want to be centered around people that's about working to help other people. And doing the work is liking the video, so that way we can share the information and get people some help. There may be, again, some people that you want to help. Maybe on the way to work, you're seeing somebody you want to help, or family member, or your own family. You want to get them in a better place. I want to help you do that. I want to help you do that. Most people are not going to slow down and care enough about others to get that done. And that's not right. You need to be what you want to see in the world. That's something I believe in. Be what you want to see in the world. If you want to see change, be it. So let's get it done. All right. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't like what's going on in this field, and that's why I'm coming back in this manner. I think this need to be done. This need to be done. Just put a little bit of clarity into all of this. So no moving averages, no Fibonacci, no order flow, no none of that stuff. You don't need that stuff. It just complicates things. It's just more information. I'm not gonna say not to use it. I mean, if you have it, you can use it. I mean, use it. I have moving averages. I use moving averages, but I don't need it. I don't need it. I know how to look at the chart without it. Don't need it. Don't need it. I just know how to look at the chart. That's all. I can put anything around it, and I promise you, I'm still going to be doing the same thing. That's why I say it's kind of monotonous and boring after a while once you understand what it is that's really happening. And there's so much more to what's happening that you have no idea. You have no idea why this candle just shot down here. You have no idea. There's so much more that's going on. So much more. So much more. They can come down even further if they so choose. Unless something changed, they're coming down further. I guarantee you that. There's so much more. There's so much more to trading than what you're aware of. So much more. So much more. That's why I don't mind, of course, helping people get the foundation there. So that way you can stop handing over your accounts to these guys, man. So you can stop. I don't want to see that for you. All right, so they kicked the stop, got under the no close bar. Let's see what else they got to offer. Got another no close down here. I don't know if they'll want to get that far. They're almost to that distance. They're almost there. Almost there. Almost there. And then I will be letting you all go. Again, don't want to make this video too long, but I wanted to give my newest participants here, my newest subscribers, and I notice I said participants because I believe y'all going to participate. Y'all going to start liking these videos. Again, I have 42 subscribers here. I have 47 followers here. But occasionally I'm only seeing 3 or 4 likes here and there. And I just would like to see you guys just step it up a bit more. Let's try to help some more people. It's not about me. It's not about me. I can assure you, I told you this is not me. I'm not some super intelligent engineer of the market. I'm none of that stuff, man. It's happening on the chart, and all I did was, take notice. That's all. And instead of having you waste a lot of money and time trying to take notice of what's already there, I'm just willing to tell you, I'm not no engineer, and I don't got no price action encyclopedia for you. I ain't doing none of that stuff. That stuff is foolishness. I told you they can come down a little bit more. So it's really important to take in the information that I'm showing you so you can get your trading to become stable. But to be a professional trader, it's going to take more than what I'm showing you here. I can guarantee you that. Not if you want to do this professionally and get in front of movement, and I mean get in front of it to a degree where you can reduce your risk tremendously and leverage, because there's no professional doing this that's not leveraging. I can assure you that. And again, I don't mind doing the one contract aspect, because most traders coming into this, they're trying to get started. They're trying to get started. And again, my finances is private anyway, but I have like professionals, they trade with size. They are not playing games. There they go. They just moved down some more. I told you they were going to do it. Really, really simple stuff. They're telling you stuff. I promise you, they're telling you stuff all the time. The chart ain't nothing but information. That's all it is. It's telling you stuff. So if you knew, long before the candle start moving, that hey, this is going to happen, just like I told you, hey, they can get about this far. If you knew this, it'll change how you interact with it. It'll change how you hold your trades. It'll change how much you put on them. It'll tell you exactly when to get out of the trade. Nope, gotta go. You'll know all kinds of stuff, but it takes, of course, interacting with a professional in order to get that. That's all, because it's specific roles, and of course particular skills. Okay, there's particular knowledge. It's very, 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 very important that you understand that this is not some Discord, YouTube personality thing going on with me. I've been doing this for many years. I got responsibilities beyond the scope of just YouTube. It's bigger than that. It's bigger than that. To do this professionally, And I said it in that other video. Yeah, people pay you thousands for what you know. That's when you're starting to be a professional. When people can pay you thousands for what you know, and don't mind doing so. And that's the thing. Don't mind doing so because they see the power of what it is that I guess acquiring. So they don't have no problem doing so. Most people that don't want to pay for better learning, they're either in a situation that they can't afford it, or they're egotistical and just think that they don't need help. And that's crazy. I'm not going to let my ego dictate my income. I'll say that and leave that alone. If somebody knows something more than me, I don't mind reaching out. Hey, look, I don't mind. But prove to me you know more than me. That's the other thing. I've been at this field for years, and I ain't seen nobody online at all that can figure out these charts more than what I can. I put my own money at risk and figured it out. I put my own money at risk for years to figure this out. I didn't see nobody online that could tell me anything that made sense. And I kind of figured, hey, if it's the free stuff that's this way, I can only imagine. I mean, it's probably the same people that's sitting behind these websites, trying to tell you stuff that may not even work. And so, nah, no, 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 no. So here's the stuff that I'm telling you for free, and you can see, you can see, you can see that it works. You can see that it works, and it's free. I'll tell you how to make money for free. That's nothing. Money means nothing. Means nothing. I grew up in poverty. That's why I can say that. I grew up in poverty. Poverty stricken. Okay. Been homeless before in my life. So I don't mind telling you a little bit about me. I don't. That's why I'm the way I am. I don't care about money. Means nothing. It's pointless. Knowledge is everything. Everything. Knowledge and wisdom. And of course, he who knows what we think and feel in our hearts, God. He's all in all. I promise you that. He's all in all. Okay. He's the one. He's the one. Okay. But having knowledge and wisdom is important. It ain't about no money. And I told you they gonna come down some more from up here. Okay. They almost made that distance though. Here come the trend, the range. They may come down here. Okay. Come down here. Okay. Here we go. These the ranges that I release for free. All right. Now as you can see, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to move that. The distance, the trend distance is increasing. All right. So it's increasing. That's just another time frame at work. Just another time frame at work. That's all it is. So they may lift up a bit, maybe. I doubt it. I think they're gonna run straight to that range. I think they'll run here. Absolutely. Well, that's my time with you. I just wanted to let you know what you're encountering here is truth. That's number one, because you got to be able to trust it. Remember, I push definitions on this channel. I try to educate you. I try to make sure that you can become a full-time trader at this, a full-time professional trader. Should you want to be one, you got to want to be one for me to teach it to you. You got to want to be one. So there's a lot of people that only want to watch certain videos because they only want to profit. That's all they're interested in. Okay. But if you want to be a full-time professional trader, you're going to want to learn something more than just being able to make money. That's petty. I get that way, but get that away for free because it's petty. You can't take it with you. You know, you can't take this with you. But there's a level of assurance if you have a family that you want to have about your trading. If you have someone that you're responsible for, there's a level of assurance that you want to have that when you place your money at risk, that it will work out, at least more often than not. There's a level of assurance that you'll want with your trading to stabilize your health. Because remember, trading is a stressful job and it's a very expensive one at that. All right. So you want to stabilize your health. You want to make sure that your health is where it's supposed to be because it's affecting you mentally. So while it's sensationalizing it, making it, because you can't have the excitement without the downers. That's the only thing about protecting yourself mentally and emotionally from this stuff. If you're making trading so I guess exciting, what happens when it doesn't work the way you want it to work? Now you're putting yourself in a conundrum because now you have to feel emotionally down when it don't work versus learning something that can stabilize how you feel, and then you just lean to what it is that you know and understand, and that's all. You don't use anything else emotionally to get this done. All right, so that's my time with you. I wish you all the best with your trading. Again, welcome to my newest subscribers and followers. I wish you all the best with your trading. Again, my contact information will be below the video. Should you want to, of course, give me a chart that you want to look at, I have no problem taking a look at any market, any time frame, and give you my thoughts. And as well, yes, if you would like to leave a comment about the information that I've been disclosing and how it's helping you, that will be definitely welcomed. I welcome that information as well. Now, if you would like to leave some kind of testimonial, this is something I'm open to as well. If you want to do that, you can email me that testimonial. I'll upload it to the channel and, let people know what it is that you're gaining, by being here on the channel, what kind of information that you're gaining. I'll have a section especially for that. So if you want to, again, make a video and you want to upload it, just let me know. Send it to my email and I'll upload it here and then definitely give you a room to express your experience via the free content here if you would like to. All right. So wish you all the best with your trading. Take care.